Hi guys, and welcome to Monday night. Monday afternoon. When does afternoon turn into night? Questions my brain comes up with. I spent most of my day here. I had a couple interviews. They all turned out to be commission based, so yeah, won't be taking them. So after got done with those, I went ahead and got comfortable. I do have a dress on, you just can't see it. I got comfortable and I decided I was gonna read. And while I was starting to read, I realized I could vlog. Like, I have time to vlog now, so I should. Um, it is about 7 o'clock on Monday night. I just laid little mama down to bed. She's in there watching the Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, or is that the first one? I can never remember if they go to Spooky Island first or if the monsters are unleashed first. Um, Anyways, so she's watching that in her room, laying down to bed. Yes, babe.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna wash my Tiana's dress.
Okay, good night.
When we wake up, I'm going in my room and get back in my bed.
Okay, good night. Love you. Bye. So she's laying down to bed, and I thought I would tell you what I was reading and kind of fill you in a little bit. So currently I'm reading Stay for a Spell by Amy Combe. I found it at the library when I went. It is about a princess who is going around blessing like openings of markets and stuff. And as she's doing this, she finishes all the books that she brought with her. Highly relatable. And since she finished her last romance, she asked the coach driver and like her chaperone to stop at this bookstore just so she can go get one book, just to get her to the next town or whatever. And they agreed. She said her chaperone agrees, says no more than 10 minutes. And the last quote of chapter 1 is, books promise you that your life can change in an instant. In bookstores offer a refuge, a home away from home. No matter how far you travel, you can always find a little piece of home inside of a bookstore. Well, one second. Well, she actually gets stuck in a bookstore. That's the premise of this book. So the premise of this book is that when she enters this bookstore, she cannot leave until she finds her heart's desire. Her parents start freaking out and sending her princess, because what could a princess want more than a prince? And she is content in this bookstore. She is happily content reading her books and just running this bookstore basically. And that's all I know so far. I am intrigued for sure.
I got her.
So yeah, I'm reading that. I am setting up my next bullet journal, which I'm hoping to film that video maybe tomorrow of like my setup process, not my July plan or my what I was call cycle 3 or quarter 3 cycle 1, which would be July. It's not my July plan with me. It's going to be my my like intro pages that I need to plan out. That I'm going to finish filming. I started filming my book journal fill-in, but most of that's going to be in shorts and TikTok. I'm trying to film it vertically and see if I can turn it into a horizontal video for you guys, but if I can't, then it's going to be in short form. I'm hoping to do a short form video per book that I need to update. I think it'll be cool. I just finished The Bonds of Hercules by Jasmine Mass? I think it's Jasmine Mass. I'm filming on my actual phone, so I can't look. It so far is a duology. The first one's Blood of Hercules. They're really good. And they're spicy. They're wonderful. So I finished that one recently. I have finished a couple cozies. I finished the entire, oh my god, what is that? Broken Bonds That's the first one by Jay Bree. I finished that whole entire series. So that, I need to update those pages. So each book's going to get one short video. And then I'm also currently reading, like I said, Stay for a Spell, but I'm also in the middle of Hunting Adeline. I just got to a part where she is, if you've read the book, you'll know. I'm about 100 pages in, and that scene was really graphic for me, and as somebody who's went through that, I had to pause it. So it's over there. I'm hoping to pick it up tonight, though, because I'm really wanting to annotate. For Stay for a Spell, my current bullet journal is getting real fluffy. She has about 100 pages left in the back, so since she has about 100 pages left, I'm just doing my annotations in here. When I was moving from Athens to Dallas, I found a couple of my old journals that I wanted to keep. I've kept all of my bullet journals, all from the very beginning, my first time like trying a bullet journal, all the way through. I've kept them all. And some of them, when I was in between, where like I had enough pages, I probably could do one more month, but either it was like December going to January or June going into July, where I was like, no, I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm ready for a fresh journal. I did notes from library books in the back of them, and it's fun to go back and look. I actually have all of my annotations for either A Court of Mist and Fury or A Court of Wings and Ruin. You have one in your hand. Why do you need the one in here? Baby girl.
I'm just taking it back in my room.
I will put it back later. Go lay down. I don't like the way you just spoke to me. No, ma'am. No. I have either one of those in a journal. And so I've kept that. I also think I have all of my annotations for Throne of Glass too somewhere. Which I'm hoping to reread that one. I do plan on doing like a summer TBR for you guys. It won't be like, I don't want to say like a June TBR because we're halfway through June. So we shall see what I come up with. That's what I thought about telling it summer TBR and then doing my July TBR, like the ones I want to read in July, because I have the third one in the Lights Out trilogy that I want to read. I have the sequel to The Spell Shop that I want to read, that I'm going to have to go figure out what box it's in, because I know I have it. I just have to find it. Yeah, that video's not up anymore. So when I moved from Athens to Dallas, my best friend and I moved everything by ourselves out of my apartment in Athens. Other than like the very end, there was this young gentleman who, I don't know, where just asked if we need help. He saw us moving all day and he just wanted to offer his help. We said yes, and he helped us move. And I actually ended up giving him a lot of the groceries out of my freezer because they weren't going to hold overnight to come with me. So I ended up giving him like at least $100 worth of groceries out of my freezer for him helping. But we were so tired that we didn't move any of my bookshelves. So I have one bookshelf that my wonderful better half bought me. And so that's all the books I've been able to unload. When I do my summer TBR in my June wrap up, you'll see it because I'm going to film in front of that. Because like I have my floating shelves up, I have another shelf that has books on it, and then I have a whole like bookish corner over here that I've started. Job hunt is still going, so once we find a job, start working, start paying bills, then I will get more shelving for in here, and then we'll probably do this whole wall that's in front of me in bookshelves is what I'm thinking. I think I want to do kind of like I had in Athens, which y'all really didn't get to see because I didn't film much while living there. But all of them were just 3 shelves that I had across my living room. So I think I want to do that again, but I'm kind of missing the higher one. So I may get one 5-shelf bookshelf, one of the big ones. When I lived in Sulphur Springs, I had 2 of those that I loved. So I may do that. there's still a lot that this apartment's gonna need. So far I've made it feel like home, though. I'm really proud of where it's at. I have my little bookish corner over here. I have an entertainment kind of corner thing. I have one little shelf that made it with me, and that's what my TV is sitting on. It's perfect for it. My entire, I don't, Clayton Prisoner series is actually under there. I'm missing one. I'm missing Goldfinch, but I may end up getting it because Kindle gave me Kindle Unlimited for the next 3 months for free. So I'm probably gonna read Goldfinch. I do have Gold left to read, and it's around here somewhere. It's already out of the box. I just gotta sit down and read. Yeah, I would like to do maybe a shelf on this wall and maybe that wall. I don't know. Again, job hunting is the number one priority at the moment. From there, we'll move on to everything else. So yeah, but I've been rambling for about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna let you go. I will see you in the morning. I'll probably bring you with me my morning to-dos because I need to do my makeup and stuff because I have, like I said, I have a phone interview tomorrow for sure. I think I have a Zoom too. That's why I need to do my makeup, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to go back to my text message and double check. I've applied for 40 jobs tonight. Tomorrow, my goal is another 40. I've got to make a couple phone calls. It's just, I gotta get a lot of adulting done tomorrow. And I decided to do it all tomorrow since I was gonna be on the phone. Anyways, might as well just roll it all into one day. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, we will check in tomorrow. I've got some house pickup I need to do. So yeah, we're gonna do all that tomorrow. Okay guys, welcome back. Here is much more messy. It's almost time for a shower. I am now currently 72 pages through this. I am absolutely in love. I can't put it down. It is Tuesday at almost 12, that says 12:20, so it's like 12:15. I have spent the morning on the phone with everyone. I had to figure out our car situation. I had to figure out, I had a job interview or a job screening. And literally I got on the phone with a lady for my job screening and was like, she's like, so why do you want this position? I said, well, I've already done one phone screening. This is my why. I just missed my in-person interview because I had a family emergency. And she goes, okay, cool. So we're just going to get you scheduled for your in-person interview. And I was like, oh, okay. Do you not want to tell me more? Cool. Okay. So I have that on Monday. I have an in-person interview on Friday too at 3. So fingers crossed I get them. Yeah, it's about 12:15. Baby girl is over there on her tablet. And I'm going to sit here and read more of this. Once I hit the halfway mark, which is about 100 pages, I will check in with you guys. Yeah, that's about it. Hi guys. So I am fresh off of what I thought was a job interview. It turned out to be a preliminary interview, group interview. So if you have not been in the job market recently, they're doing this wonderful new thing where there's like 3 or 4 of you in this preliminary interview and you're all answering the same questions. It's a little frustrating because this last one, she didn't even read my resume, had not even read my resume when she started asking questions. And I'm just like, what is actually going on? So yeah, she hadn't read my resume, had no clue who I was. I was just one of 20 that applied for this position that AI decided could be a good fit, and so they went ahead and set the preliminary interview. It's disheartening and a little frustrating, to be honest, trying to do job interviews nowadays. But I'm showing up, I'm doing it, and I know it's going to pay off. The hard work pays off. You just have to keep going, and that's what I'm doing. So I am actually sitting on my bedroom floor because I have no kitchen table or anything to set you up on, and this way does not look like I'm on the floor. So yeah, I am 170 pages through Stay a Spell. I am absolutely loving it. So it came out pretty recently, actually. I was looking on TikTok because I'm planning on doing a full review for it, I think. Or at least I want to. We're gonna see. Book reviews have never been my strong suit. That's something I want to work on. And I told you I would check in when I was halfway through. It is now Wednesday at 1:35 and I'm at 170, which is almost halfway. 185 is halfway. And I keep finding myself getting distracted, which I think is a common issue that we all are running into, especially if you read. I find myself getting sidetracked or getting distracted really, really easily. I used to, when I was in college, I could turn on a show and sit and study for hours while the show played in the background, especially if it's something I've seen 103 times. I can let it play in the background. And my background show right now is NCIS. It would be Criminal Minds, but my 4-year-old is a little too perceptive for that one, and it's a little too bloody for a 4-year-old. NCIS is kind of bloody, but it's not as bad as Criminal Minds, to be honest with you. And so I keep finding myself getting distracted by it, even though I've seen these episodes 100 times. Actually, this season I'm on now, I have not seen 100 times. It's the one with Ellie. It's Tim, Ellie, and Denozo. I don't care for Ellie's character. I never did. I didn't care for her and her husband. Did not find them adorable. Ellie just wasn't my favorite. I relate a lot to Ellie and how quirky she is, but I feel like her character was made extra quirky for no reason. Anyways, so yeah, I have not seen these 100 times because usually I get to this season with Ellie and go back and start again with Ziva and watch through, because Ziva, Tony, and Tim are my favorite of my favorite 3. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm getting distracted, but I find myself getting distracted really easily. So I'm not reading as much, but I will say it is better than it was 6 months ago. Because 6 months ago, I couldn't even get 10 pages without getting distracted. So it's getting better. It's just not where I want it to be. But I'm 170 pages in. And so far, I love our main character, Tandy. Tandy is the princess. So I know in my last clip I gave you a little bit of the synopsis. I'm going to give you a little bit more without any spoilers. So Tandy is on her goodwill mission, basically. She is the princess. She is the third in line for the throne, and she is genuinely just the person who kisses the babies, cuts the ribbons, that kind of thing. She's just like the personality part of the royal family. So instead of all of them going out and doing ribbon cuttings and being seen amongst the people and like making the people feel like their worries and their concerns are valid to the royal family, Tandy does all of it. So she travels 90% of her time and she loves to read. She gets Honey Bear, who is the PR consultant basically, to stop at this bookstore, and it's a little old lady that's running it, what you would expect for this magical bookshop to be ran by. She's an older lady with gray hair, doesn't seem to know who Tandy is, which honestly makes Tandy's whole trip, because it's like, okay, I can just be me. I'm just Tandy. I'm not princess. I'm just me. And so Honey Bear only gives her 10 minutes the first day to go in and see what this magical shop's about. And so she ends up getting one book and tells the lady, basically, I'm gonna give you 2 crowns, which I'm gonna relate in like dollar bills, like it's like $20. And the lady's like, no, that's way too much. That's way too much money. And she's like, you know what? Take the 2 crowns. And what I'll do is I'll come back tomorrow. I'll shop around for a little bit and then we'll settle up then. I'll pay you the difference. That way you don't feel like you're cheating me, and you don't feel like I'm getting cheated, you know, and I get more books out of it basically. And so the lady agrees, and they go on to this ribbon cutting Chesco too for the new bridge in town. And then they do a royal dinner. basically, like a state dinner that she sits through and everything. The next morning, she wakes up at the crack of dawn, before the sun's even up, and she orders down dinner. She gets herself dressed in like her common dress and decides she's gonna go back to the bookstore. The little old lady told her the day before, "Hey, don't worry, come back whenever you want. I'm always here." And so Tandy does, and she's like, "I'm gonna start this the most efficient way I can." She starts on the 3rd floor and starts working her way down. She only makes it through a floor and a half before Honey Bear shows up to get her in there. She's like, "We have to go. You have to get to the next town for that ribbon cutting, and then we're headed back to the palace." So the old lady tallies up all the books that Tandy has, and they settle on how much she owes her. She owes her, like, let's say $11. So Honey Bear hands her the $11 because in this world, royals are not allowed to handle money because they could be cursed with it. So no handling money, no handling keys, things like that, because they could be cursed. The little old lady insists on walking them out and holding the door for Tandy. So Tandy, being the princess she is and trying to be as likable and as, unproblematic as she can be, allows this. Well, they get to the door, and the little old lady seems to be having a medical emergency. So Tandy reaches out to try to help her. And when she does, the little lady puts the key to the shop in her hand and starts saying some words, and Tandy blacks out. When she comes to, Honey Bear looks aggravated. She is pissed the fuck off. And Tandy's like, "Okay, look, she's always aggravated with me. Like, this is a normal occurrence in our dynamic. What is going on right now?" And then she hears the mayor of the town's voice. Like, she realizes she's surrounded by people. She's like, "What is going on here?" They tell her that she is cursed now, and she cannot leave this bookshop. She is stuck. That the key that the little old lady put in her hand cursed her to this bookshop, and she is cursed to live in this bookshop until she unlocks her heart's truest desire, or her heart's truest wish, or something like that. And Tandy's like, how sure are you that I'm like stuck here? I might not be. And they're like, "We tried carrying you out of here while you were passed out. You cannot leave the doorway." And she's like, "Well, where's the little old lady? Like, let's ask her what I do here." And they all looked up and said, "She died." Like, she handed you the key, passed on this curse, and died. And she's like, "Well, shit." And this is how this book starts. Along the way, we end up with a Drakon. I could be saying that wrong. She's a teenager who is basically a dragon descendant. She's a descendant of dragons, so she can like spew fire and everything. And she tells Tandy that she's always been on the 3rd floor and like hangs out there and does angsty teenager things up there. And Tandy's like, "That's fine with me. You're more than welcome to." And the more she like is walking around the shop and moving things, she realizes she's gonna need help. That she can't take these books out of the store. The ones that need to leave, she can't make them leave. And so she offers the young lady a job. And so Sasha takes the job. So now she has an employee that she is like in constant contact with. Well, then her and Sasha is working on the 3rd floor. She hears the bell tingle, and so she goes to see what's going on. There's what she doesn't know, a pirate standing in her store. And she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Bash tells her that he has been cursed with a fear of water, and he was wanting to know if she had any books on curses. And she's like, "Well, yeah, I was researching it last night, actually, because obviously I'm cursed here. The whole town knows." And so Bash is like, "Okay, cool, can I see them?" She's like, "Sure, here. Peruse them at your own leisure. I'm going to go back upstairs. Just let me know if you need anything, right?" She comes back. She hears a bell tingle again. She thinks, "Oh, I have a second customer. This is going to be a great day. I had my first customer. Now I'm on to my 3rd. Or I had my first customer. I'm on to my 2nd. She comes downstairs. Bash is gone. He's also took all the books that she had showed him about curses with him. And that's how this book starts. I am in absolute love. So far we have had 3 princes show up to try to kiss her to break her curse. None of them have worked, which is not a spoiler. Like, it tells you in the thing that her parents didn't princes, and there's 7 of them. So she's gotten 3 so far. It ain't working. She knows it's not gonna work. She's not in love with any of them. Like, she can barely stand most of them. And so it's like, please stop sending these men to try to save me because it's not working. Her mom's like, just know that I'm doing what I think is best for you. And she's like, stop it. I do want to say she's like 22, 23. So it's not like a teenager stuck in this bookshop. It is so good. I am finding that love again because her banter with Bash is hilarious. And watching her try to navigate the princess is even funnier. The first one that shows up, he is just like the ultimate golden retriever. He just wants to be helpful and wants to, do what his duty is. And he's always using the wrong word. His vocabulary is awful. Well, I shouldn't say that. His vocabulary is good. Just what he thinks the words mean is not what they mean. Which is an added layer of hilarity to it all. The Dracon, I don't know if I'm saying that right. She is a hormonal teenager, so it's like Tandy's learning to deal with somebody else's emotions too. And you're just watching her grow into this person who's like not as rigid as she once was. It's so good. If you've not read this, I highly recommend picking it up. I'm gonna put the book cover here for you. It's To Stay a Spell. Like I said, I picked it up randomly from the library because I thought, why not? And I am absolutely enjoying it. Me and Ollie actually went to the library today. Melissa, a really good friend of mine, Dutch Rose was giving out little frog figurines today. And so she sent me the money for me to go get me a coffee so I could get a frog figurine. And by the time me and Ollie got there, they'd already given them all out. So, since we were out of the house anyways, our habit has been to go to the library. It's nice to get her out of the house and let her play a little bit. Usually there's other kids, so she gets a chance to interact a bit. And then, I also can pick up books. So I ended up returning 3 books. I ended up returning the one I finished, Once Upon a Time, Red's Untold Story. I'd returned, Crime and Time. That one, I honestly started it, got about 100 pages into it, and just, it wasn't for me. If you decide to pick it up, which I'll put it by my head, if you decide to pick it up, just know it's more historical than it is like real time. I thought it was gonna be like this historical main character gets thrown into 1996 and like she stays there and she's trying to figure everything out. That's not really what you get. She goes there for a little bit and then ends up back home in her time. And there's obviously a dead body in 1996 and like all of that. So I don't know if she goes back or not, but when she went back to her time, I was like, okay, I thought we were gonna get stuck and we're not stuck, and I'm not enjoying the writing. So I went ahead and put that down. And then the other one is What the Hex. I picked it up, thought that it was just gonna be a cute little rom-com, and then realized it's part of a series. And when I was researching it, everyone recommended reading the first one first, and then, which is the Hex Curse or the Hex something. It has Hex in the title too, before you read What the Hex. And so I was like, okay, we'll just take it back to the library. It's no harm, no foul. I'll just go ahead and take it back, and then, I'll pick up the first one first. I ended up getting What We Feast On, City of Brass, and Lessons in Chemistry is what the 3 I picked up. Lessons in Chemistry I've been wanting to read for a while. I've seen like the clips on TikTok and stuff of the story of the movie, so I really wanted to read the book. City of Brass, my best friend recommended, and I happen to have the audiobook on it, so I want to do some immersive reading. I think it'd be fun. I've not done that before, so that should be a lot of fun. Plus, if I fall in love with it like I think I'm going to, I have to travel on Friday. I'm taking my daughter to my parents' house because I have a job interview, in-person job interview at 3, and she's going to stay till Monday afternoon because I have another job interview at 11 in person. So I'm going to take little mama to Mimi, and so I can listen to the book while I'm driving. What we feast on, or what we feast on. I can see the cover in my head, but I can't. The words are not there. But that one I also have the audiobook for, so I can do immersive reading with that one and then pick it up. Right now, audibly, I'm reading Shotgun Wedding, which is by Tonya Kappas. It's a Kenny Lowry mystery, and so it's the last one so far that she's produced, ? I think. I know it's my next one. And the East Texas Library didn't have it, Houston didn't have it, but Dallas did. So I have it on Hoopla, and I'm listening to it. I'm going to listen to some more of it and build one of my wooden puzzles here as soon as I get done recording this. And then on my Kindle, I'm reading Treachery and Turkey and Treachery. It might be Turkey and Treachery. It's also by Tonya Kappas. It's a cozy mystery series as well. It's in Holiday Junction. It's following Violet Ryman Hammer. That name never gets easier to say. And it's on my Kindle. And I'm only like 10% into it, and that's because I find it hard to read on my Kindle. Does anybody else have that issue? Because I definitely do. It's not so much that I don't like reading on my Kindle, it's just that reading on my Kindle is like reading, I don't know, it is like looking at a screen, and I just have not been able to do it. If I have an ebook, 9 times out of 10 I hook my headphones to my Kindle, and my Kindle read to me. If you don't know that hack, it's wonderful. It only goes up to 2 times speed, which you don't want it more than 2 times speed because sometimes its pronunciation is not the greatest. But the accessibility features, obviously for people who have trouble seeing, there is a spoken word option, so it will read the screen to you, basically whatever you're clicking on. So it is a little bit annoying trying to get it to do what you want it to, but as far as like reading the book to you, it's wonderful. I read, Jane Patterson did, is it Marble, Poe, and Perot? I know it's Marble and Perot. Anyways, he did detective series of the Agatha Christie detectives that I read that way. I've read a lot of arcs that way. I let it talk to me, especially if I'm walking the walking path. That's how I did it. Harlem Rhapsody, that one was really good. We should do a reread of that. Destiny editing this. You need to plan a Harlem Rhapsody reread of the arc you have so you can annotate it, because that would be really cool to post. Anyways, I did that one that way. I did Lord of Tides that way. I have it still on my Kindle, actually. That's a really good duology if you're looking for a really good duology. But I have been rambling for almost 20 minutes now, so I'm gonna let you go. I will catch you probably tomorrow. I don't know. It's gonna depend. If I end up cooking instant enchiladas for dinner, it'll be tomorrow when I talk to you. If I decide to actually cook, then you might see me tonight. We might make dinner together, but we shall see what the day holds. I'm gonna go read some more of Stay for a Spell, and then if my little one seems like she's into her tablet, then I'm going to listen to Shotgun Wedding and build my wooden puzzle. Okay, guys. Hi, and welcome to Thursday. So it is now 12:30 on Thursday. I've done 2 interviews today. both of them were group interviews. Well, one was a group interview and the other was a webinar that I was told was an interview. And it was put to me that it was going to be a one-on-one interview with the hiring manager. It was not. It was a webinar. And then the hiring manager goes, we're going to call you and the recruitment team's going to talk to you. And then we'll do an in-person interview. So there's 3 rounds. It's frustrating at this point that I know it's highly competitive. That's not a problem. I can compete. But it feels like you're not even given a chance to compete when there's 6 of you in an interview. And the interviewer asks you one question, tell me about what you've done before. And then when can you start and what are you, full-time or part-time? And that's the only question she asks you. Then every other question she asks, she's literally just like, okay, anybody can answer, it's optional. What? Do you not want to hear my individual thought? What? This isn't an it did not make sense to me. And then one guy on the call, I am down with his style. He is literally in the back of like an Uber doing this interview in like a white t-shirt. That's it. He did not dress up. He did not, nothing. Everyone else on the call, I'm pretty sure thought it was going to be a one-on-one interview because they're all dressed really nice. They all have like blazers on, like they're dressed nice. They have a nice blouse on, like I have actually a nice blouse on. You can't see the bottom of it, so as long as the top looked good, I figured I was good. Yesterday you saw what I wore, so I mean, yeah. Well, I missed the days where they looked at your resume and said, okay, cool, this person I think would be a good fit. Let's bring them in and actually talk to them in person. It's all gonna work out. At least that's what I keep telling myself. That's literally what I keep telling myself. Because at this point, if it doesn't, I'm going to cry. I'm just gonna crawl and ball and cry. I have so many more phone calls I have to make, and they are the bane of my freaking existence. And I wish I could do anything but phone calls, but I need things done quickly, and email and text does not get things done quickly. So yeah, just yay. I do have an in-person interview, like I said, on Friday and on Monday, and now it looks like I just got a text message as I'm talking to you that I may have a third one on Monday for AT&T. So that should be interesting. I have a 4th one too, but that one I don't think I'm gonna take because they need you to work for the first 6 months, like 10 to 8 p.m. I have a kid. Who's gonna watch her? I mean, there are daycares that are overnight. Like, there are not very many of them, and I know it's hard to find them, but I know they exist. It's just, it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out. Okay, so reading. That didn't happen yesterday. Me and Bug went to the library yesterday. I picked up That Which Feeds Us, City of Brass, and Lessons in Chemistry, which I think I told you yesterday. I'm still currently reading Stay for a Spell. I think I got maybe a page read yesterday. I've been experimenting with my new journal setup, which I'm hoping to film tonight, I should say. Little Mama's on her tablet, and she's asked to go to the playground, which literally is like right outside our door. So I think I'm gonna let her do that once I get up off this floor. And then possibly, hopefully read, fingers crossed. I think I'm gonna start doing some shorts. I have pages in my old journal here that as I was looking through, they're just blank. And it's not because I didn't like the book, it's because I got too busy with life, set it up, and then never filled it in. So I thought maybe, I'm not maybe, I think, I don't think, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these pages as a short. So like just a short fill in with me kind of thing. I figured I can set it to music and do it that way. Especially like these have 3 on them. I'm gonna do all 3 at once. 3 more that I can do all at once. And these are all books that I read in like January, February that I just honestly didn't find time and really wanted to. So I know like Glint, Guild, Glint, and Gleam, I'm gonna want to go back through some of my annotations, but like I set this one up and no one ever saw it. And you flip it there, and then here, like how cool is that? I showed nobody. So I think you should see all these pages that I have set up for all these great books that I finished. I think some of my favorites thus far though are not these. Hold on. No, I'm finding it. Hold on. Oh, like through Gates of Garnet and Gold by Sean McGuire. I did the pomegranates from the Lady of the Dead's Grove. Like, that one was really good. I can remember all the plot points in my head. Finley, Donovan Crosses the Line. Since it's Vera's story and it has to do with college, the college classroom, which I thought was cool. Everyone is everyone in this bank is a thief. I did the bank vault. How cool is that? Like, with all the writing and everything around it, it's gonna be really cool. I just need to finish it. Glow, I have it set up too. I finished Glow. I just have not done the fill-in for it. The last interview I had, he said grab pen and paper so you could do notes, and this is the thing closest to me. I have Burial Night Bodies in the Midnight Soul that I would like to do. How to Book a Murder. It was an Edgar Allan Poe theme, murder mystery kinda. The event she's holding in her bookstore that she's hoping will bring in revenue because she needs it is Edgar Allan Poe theme. So I thought it was really cool. Hold on. Oh yeah, they're sticking together. Oh, this one was so good, and that looks just like the house that's described in the book. It is House at Phantom Park. If you're looking for which I may do a full review. I'm gonna see if I can find the audiobook re-listen so I can make notes. But if you're looking for a horror book that has mythology that's not typically seen, this one's really good. It is a old war hospital that they're trying to turn into condos, like luxury condos. And there is a surveyor that goes in, and he's just like measuring everything out. Basically, it's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to measure everything out, mark where pipes are, that kind of thing. He's just literally surveying the building. And all of a sudden, you get to see this happen. It's a little gory, but you're not sure what's happening to him. And our main character, who is the project manager over this project, she comes in, goes looking for him, like, okay, where is he? He's supposed to be measuring everything, supposed to be surveying the building. Where is he? They find him laying on the second floor, screaming in agony. There is no physical reason for this man to be screaming in agony. They immediately rush him to the hospital. The doctors can't figure out why he's screaming in agony, and they think it's something to do with the building. So she's like, okay, he's having a mental breakdown or something. That's all that is. It's individual, right? So she has a second surveyor come out. Cool. They're in the building with this woman. Okay. She's on the second floor again. And all of a sudden they don't hear her moving or anything. They go looking for her. It's been a couple hours. They're thinking, okay, let's see where she's gotten to. They find her in another room on the second floor, laid out, paralyzed. She cannot move. They can't move her. They're trying to move her limbs. They will not move. And so, of course, rush her to the hospital again. Again, doctors cannot find a physiological reason that this is happening.
There is no biological, scientific reason she is paralyzed. They cannot figure it out. The first guy who's been screaming in agony, they finally get him some pain relief, and he starts asking for this one captain, I believe he is. And he's like, no, you need to get him here now. He was a doctor in the army. So they call him up, hey, we have this lieutenant here who's asking for you, can you come? He's like, yeah, I'm on my way. He gets up there and he goes, that's not the lieutenant. That's not the man I treated in Kabul. I don't know who this is. And he's like, you know me. And like the guy who's been screaming in agony is telling him, you know me. I know you. I know what they called you. Like, uses the nickname only their unit called him. Has eerie knowledge about this man that he should not have because he is not the lieutenant. It is so good. I have not been physically reading as much, which I've talked about here. This one though, oh my god. I literally scoured the internet until I could find it on audio because I needed to know what was happening and I had to drive to Tyler for work. And so I had Spotify at that time. And literally my Spotify ran out an hour before the end of the book. And I was like, nope. I need it now. I need to know how this ends. Went home, stayed up to finish this book. It was so good. I highly, highly recommend. You're still hungry? Do you want the rest of Mama's sandwich? Here. Take my plate in there. You can have the rest of my sandwich. Go put that in the trash can. I don't need it.
Put it first.
Okay, go on, and you can come get my plate. It was so good. So yeah, that one. I want to do the whole thing for it. I think I'm going to do a flip out for it so that I can put all my thoughts in. But I have like Ruth Ware, Woman Sweet 11 that I finished. And then I finished the entire, because Amazon, I got a free Amazon, like Kindle Unlimited or something. And so I finished the entire of this series just because I wanted to read the Katie Robert one. So I finished all those. I've not filled it in. I need to. I think my favorite one was the Kimberly Lemming one. All My Boyfriends Are Monsters. If you've not read, she writes, I got drunk and saved a demon. That series is what she writes. I have Rebel in the Deep that I finished. That was Katie Roberts, which I think I finished the third one in that series too. Game of Romance and Ruin. There's another cozy mystery I finished. This is my April spread that I never filled in, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, Tony Kappas, I have Tangled Lines, and that's the last one in this book. But like you see, I have a lot that I need to fill in, and I really want to, and I'm actually very proud of the fact that a lot of these I remember all the details for. I just need to add them in. So I'm going to do that for sure. It may be today, it may be on Sunday. So the rest of my week looks like this. I've got an apartment to clean. I want to deep clean this entire apartment. I'm going to go get my carpet cleaner, which I need to call my mom, because my carpet cleaner is in her storage, and it's in her storage in Sulphur Springs, and I'm taking my daughter to her on Friday because I have a job interview. So I'm hoping to leave out early enough that I can swing by, get the keys, go to storage, get my carpet cleaner, and maybe get something for her. I can't say out loud because then she'll start asking a whole bunch of questions, and I don't want to do that. See if I can get it all fit in the car and drop off a box there, because I had a hope chest in my last apartment that I didn't bring with me, but everything in the hope chest I wanted to keep. It's all in the box in the back of my car because it's so heavy that I didn't want to bring it upstairs. Well, now I'm thinking I could just leave it in mom's storage. There's no need for me to have it here, kind of thing. So I'm gonna do that. And then I want to pick up my carpet cleaner, pick up that thing for Ollie, but I need the keys, so I need to make sure she has the keys, that no one else has the keys, so I can get them, because I can't stay past a certain time. It's a whole thing. I've got to work it out. I need to do all that, and then I'm going to carpet clean these carpets on Sunday. I have a date Friday night and Saturday. We're gonna watch movies and pop popcorn and have pizza. It's gonna be wonderful. Just kind of like a staycation kind of thing. Which we haven't done in a while. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Pop popcorn, watch movies, and possibly let her play the video game while I read. That would be top tier at this moment. Yeah, and then she's staying till Monday afternoon because I have another interview at 11, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I get that one. And I may have another one in the morning. We're going to see what we get to. So yeah, but this is my daily update.
With the papers. The papers are floated.
Okay, I'll be there in just a second.
Can you turn the air? Can I turn the air off?
Yes, give me a second.
1 minute. Can I turn the air off?
You cannot turn the air off. Yes, you can turn the air off. Go for it. So I may check in later. I might not. We'll see. I'm getting good at this whole checking on a daily basis thing though, so I'm proud of that. But yeah, I will talk to you shortly.
Good morning, and this is me closing this vlog out. So the last time I talked to you was on Thursday. Thursday I was gonna get ready to cook dinner, and like I had plans, and I get a phone call saying, hey, do you want to come over for a chill night and we'll camp out in the living room with baby girl and watch movies? I said yes. So we went to my pa's, we camped out, watched movies, and then Friday morning it was raining so hard, but I had to get her to my parents, so I took her to my mom's. I dropped her off, all that good stuff. Hung out with them all day, came back, went back to her house, curled up with her, and then Saturday we talked most of the morning. It was wonderful. We talked all morning long. It was wonderful. And then we went and tried this baked potato place, the Pot Bar. Oh my god, it's good. It's good. It was a drive, but it was good. And then I stayed with her Saturday night, and then Sunday I came home and I cleaned house. That's literally all I did yesterday. So y'all didn't miss much. This video's already long enough, so I didn't feel the need to check in last night. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and close it out. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed my rattling, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye guys.